Hello, beautiful peaches. Beautiful peaches? Juicy peaches. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jackie Lane, aka Priestess Peaches from yourpeachylife.com. I have missed you so much. If you don't already know me, I empower female entrepreneurs in long-term relationships to transform their relationship with their money, man, and sex life. And in this video, I'm going to be speaking about why your man doesn't understand you and why he can't hear you when you are literally telling him what to do, okay? So I don't know whether you've had it in your relationship where you, maybe you've had a bit of a niggly kind of falling out with your man, or something's come up where he doesn't seem to get something and it's a little bit frustrating, or he's done something that doesn't feel good to you, and you go in to try to explain to him what he's done and explain to him why you're upset, and you try to then justify your feelings. When he doesn't hear you and he doesn't seem to understand or seem to have any compassion or empathy, you go into trying to justify your feelings and convince him that you're right. You try to make him understand. You go into details, and then you even tell him what to do about it, how to fix it. You tell him how to fix it, right? And then he just shuts down, or he explodes at you, or he avoids you, or something happens where it's not resolved. You don't receive the love, the understanding, the support, or the shifts that you want, and it feels like he is an a-hole, right? It feels like, how can he not understand when I have explained everything and I've told him everything? How can he not hear me? How can he not have empathy? Why doesn't he have compassion for the way I'm feeling? It's infuriating, right? Okay, so here's the thing, right? This is to do with the masculine and feminine energy dynamic and how this expresses, okay? So masculine energy is the thinking space, and it is the space of the doing, thinking, making things happen, getting things done. It's that forward moving energy. Masculine energy, forward moving energy, is also within explaining, convincing, making something, trying to make someone do something, telling, dictating. This is all masculine energy and wounded masculine energy, okay? That's just a term that I use. And the feminine energy is the complete opposite to that. The feminine energy is the feeling space. The feminine energy is the being, the experiencing, the receiving, the responding, that space. What happens, this is what happens, you want to inspire his empowered masculine energy to come to you. You want to see him in his king and God archetype. You want to see him in his empowered expression. You want to feel supported. You want to feel understood. You want to feel appreciated. You want him to please you, right? And this is the divine masculine's natural state of being, and soul purpose is to please the feminine. But that's not what you're seeing in him. It seems like he's just being awkward, or that he's just being an idiot, or that he's just void of empathy. And so you're just why is he reacting like that? This is infuriating. This is so frustrating. I don't understand. And what is happening is that you are taking up space in the masculine energy space. When you're in that forward moving, trying to make him see, trying to get him to understand, explaining, justifying, convincing, telling, dictating, that's all forward moving energy. So if you imagine that you and him are in a bubble, and you're both standing either side of the bubble. He's over here, you're over here. I don't know what way around this comes out on this camera, but whatever. If you're leaning forward or moving forward, you push him out the bubble. What you need to do is lean back, and then he can come to you. So here's the thing. When you're taking up space in the masculine energy, it emasculates him. Like, you unintentionally emasculate him. When you go into telling him what he's done that has upset you, you are wronging him, you are shaming him, you are criticizing him, you are blaming him. So if you imagine you're in the intimacy bubble, right? There's a space between you. You want to lean back and you want to create a soft, inviting space here so that he feels attracted to you. So there is a magnetic pull towards you so he can fill the gap. When you're taking up space in this space and you're leaning forward, like, there's no space for him to come to you. And also it's like you're doing all the things that don't create a soft, inviting space for him. You're doing all the things that repel masculine energy and activate the wounded expressions, which is wronging, shaming, blaming, criticizing, right? So instead, it's very counterintuitive, but what you need to do is express yourself and communicate in a completely different way. If you tell your man what to do, he will not hear you, and it will feel like bizarre to you. You're literally telling him, yet he won't want to do it. First of all, he won't want to do it because he don't want to be told what to do. And secondly, he doesn't feel trusted by you. And men really need to feel trusted. So there's ways that you can create this space and this magnetic energy. You become a magnetic woman when you learn how to lean back. And this is something that I teach my clients, is how to be in your empowered feminine energy. And the key, because right now what you're doing is your energy is all over him. You're waiting for him. You're in your wounded masculine and feminine. So the wounded feminine is the energy of waiting. It can be entitlement, demanding, okay? So your energy's all over him, just smothering him, leaning forward and all over him. And he cannot for the life of him step into his empowered energy because you're just taking up all that space in the intimacy bubble. And so the first thing you need to do is validate yourself so that you're not seeking that from him. Like, you have to let go of trying to make him understand, because there's ways that you can communicate that he'll be able to hear. And it's not by explaining things to him. It's not by trying to convince him or justify yourself to him. It's actually about being very clear and concise, very short sentences, because men are single focused. Their brains are wired to be single focused. And when you're giving them all these details, it's too much. Like, they'll just glaze over. They're just like, what? They won't be able to hear you. So do yourself a favor and learn the art of the empowered feminine and learn how to lean back. And this isn't a passive thing, by the way. It's not about being submissive. It's not about letting someone walk all over you or letting them get away with things. Nothing like that. Your empowered feminine energy is about, hold on, there's a beautiful rainbow just outside the window. It's absolutely gorgeous. I'm just going to pause this. Hold on. Yeah, so I just absolutely love rainbows. I'm amazed every time I see a rainbow. They're just so beautiful. And this one's like, I've got like double aspect windows in this room, and it's going from one, and when I lean out like round the other window, you can see the other side of it coming down there. It's like so gorgeous. Yeah, so your empowered feminine energy, you need to validate yourself first and foremost. You need to express yourself in a clear, concise way. You need to express from your feeling space. It has to be an emotion or a sensation in your body. Like, it has to be, I feel sad about this, or I feel this about this. Like, it's a feeling space sentence, And when you come into your feeling space and you're validating yourself on the inside and you're unattached to the outcome, you're leaning back and you trust in the empowered masculine energy of the universe that is within your man, it does exist within him because it's within all of us, then you'll be leaning back, you'll be creating and cultivating this soft, inviting space, which creates the magnetism that draws the empowered masculine energy out of him to come to you. That is how to do it. And so the reason why he can't hear you and doesn't understand you is likely because you're in your wounded energies when you're communicating with him. And if this is something that you want help with, contact me. I will leave the link to my Facebook in the description box below and my website. You can connect with me. I recommend private messaging me on Facebook. That's the easiest way to connect with me if you are ready to work on this in your life. Like I have a program called Rising in Love and Money, and that is my signature program for ambitious female entrepreneurs in long-term relationships. And yes, it is a premium program, and I do work at that level. If you're not at that level yet, then you can go to my website. I have my Reawaken Your Yoni online course, and I have you can come to my Facebook or you can watch my videos on this channel until you're in the space to be able to invest in yourself in the way that you are worthy of, my lovely. So I hope this helped you. Just stop explaining, stop trying to convince him, stop trying to make him understand, and really validate yourself and learn the art of empowered feminine communication, and how you can respond to things that come up in your relationship. Like your responsiveness is everything. You don't want to be reactive. You want to be responding in a very conscious way. And once you learn this stuff, it is life-changing. Your relationship will transform. You will be able to connect with his heart. You will feel that soulful connection that you've been longing for. You will feel his forward-moving energy and his supportive energy every damn day. And it feels so amazing when you know how to inspire this from him. This isn't about manipulation. This is about consideration. Being considerate of your man and the way he functions and the way his mind works, and how to communicate in ways that are going to inspire him. And that's what you want. You want to see his king and God. You don't want to, it's Alison Armstrong who says frog farming. You don't want to frog farm your man. You don't want to turn your prince, your king, your God back into a freaking frog, okay? You don't want to do that. And there's ways that you can express yourself that prevent that from happening, and that actually inspire a different aspect of him that maybe you've never even seen before. He will step up in ways that maybe you didn't even know, become this man that you didn't even know was within him. Or maybe you do know it, you just haven't been inspiring it out of him. So yeah, hope this makes sense, and I hope this helps you. Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Please give this a thumbs up if it has served you well today, and hit the subscribe button and the bell for notifications, and I will see you all in my next video. I hope you're having an amazing day, and remember to keep it juicy. Mwah. Bye.